Hey, Scott, my friend, this is Tasche, and today we're going to talk about the recent events with Traffic Monsoon versus the SEC. Now, if you haven't heard yet, recently the SEC, or the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, has filed a lawsuit against Traffic Monsoon, accusing Traffic Monsoon of being a Ponzi scheme. Now, we're going to get into that here in a little bit, but basically what Traffic Monsoon is, if you haven't heard of it or used it at all, Traffic Monsoon is what's known as a Rev Share or revenue sharing program. And there's a lot of Rev Share programs out there, and really all they are simply paid traffic exchanges. All you do is you purchase an adpak through the Rev Share program that gets you a certain number of views to your website, and then as long as you participate in the exchange by viewing a certain number of websites per day, you could potentially earn commissions when your adpak matured. With Traffic Monsoon, the adpak's matured at 60 days, and you could potentially earn up to 110% return on your adpak purchase. So basically, Traffic Monsoon's adpaks were $50, and when the adpak matured, you could potentially earn it would potentially mature up to $55, which meant you would earn up to $5 profit on your adpak purchase. Okay, not a whole lot of profit, but for those who worked at it and built up on it and bought more and more adpaks and kept pushing at it, a lot of people developed very, very substantial incomes with Traffic Monsoon. Okay? Well, the trouble with Traffic Monsoons hadn't started with the SEC. What they did, they started with PayPal almost a year ago. Now, Traffic Monsoon had been around for quite a while, a few years actually, and you were doing very well. People were very happy with it. I was very happy with it. And then what happened was PayPal, see, a lot of people were using PayPal to buy their adpaks and then to get their commissions paid into their PayPals when their adpaks matured. Well, what happened was PayPal decided to change their terms and conditions, and they decided to not allow RevShare programs to utilize their payment service anymore. So RevShare programs could no longer pay out commissions via PayPal, and they can no longer receive payments via PayPal. So what happened was PayPal cut the cord, and then Charles Scoville, the owner of Traffic Monsoon, said, okay, fine, if we can't use PayPal, let's just move the money from PayPal into Payza, and then have all of our members tell them that, hey, go ahead and add a Payza account to Traffic Monsoon so you can get your commissions paid out that way. Okay, and that would have been very simple, very easy to do. Well, PayPal, when they cut the cord on these RevShare programs, they froze all the accounts where they couldn't get all their money right away. So they started to drip feed the money little by little, or release it little by little, so Traffic Monsoon can move it from PayPal to Payza. Okay, and it's been taking a long time. I still have money in Traffic Monsoon via PayPal that still has to be released. I have commissions waiting, and I know it's not Traffic Monsoon's fault or Charles Scoville's fault. I know it's PayPal is doing that delay, and we can say all kind of reasons why we think PayPal is doing it. Personally, what I feel is PayPal holds money as long as they can, because as long as they're holding money in their accounts, in their actual bank accounts where their money's being held, they're earning interest on it. Okay, so yeah, we're not stupid. We understand that PayPal's not doing this, just to be mean or whatever. They're doing it because as long as they're holding that money, they're earning interest on it while it's in their bank accounts. Okay, so we're not stupid at PayPal. Okay, we understand what's going on. But this is not a PayPal dogging video. I love PayPal. I use PayPal all the time. We just understand business. We all know why companies do what they do. So that issue has been going on for a while, and we know the funds will get released eventually. It's just taking time. But then recently, some events have happened. Some things have been going on, and the SEC got wind of some things and decided, that from what they see, or based upon what they've heard, that Traffic Monsoon is a Ponzi scheme. Now, here's my take on that. Okay, first of all, there's been a lot of things floating around the internet, people accusing Charles Scoville of being shady and blah, 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 blah. Okay, and I'll get into that here in a little bit too. But here's what I think happened, personally. I think that somebody, or maybe a few people, or who knows how many, or if even just one person, got tired of waiting for the commission to come through PayPal, okay, decided they're not going to believe anything that Traffic Monsoon or Charles Scoville were telling them, and decided to basically throw a bitch fit, and the SEC got wind of it, and that's where this whole issue started. Okay. Now, here's my thing. If a company or company owner is trying to scam you, okay, would they be openly transparent and keep people up to date on what's going on? Would they make videos on a regular basis, talking to the members, telling them all the things that are going on? Would they keep posting things on their social media to keep people thinking and talking, keep people up to date and abreast of what's going on? Okay. Personally, if someone's going to be scamming, I think that they would just do it and they would get out and not be able to be heard from again. They would hide under a rock, basically. Well, Charles Scoble has done everything that I believe he can do to keep people updated on what's going on. He's been updating his Facebook page on a regular basis on what's going on. He's been transparent as far as things that are happening with this issue. So I do not believe that that Traffic Monsoon or Charles Scoble has any ill intention. I believe that they have every intention to pay out these commissions that are due. They have every intention to work with the SEC so the SEC understands what the business model is. Okay, and one good thing about this, and this kind of reminds me of what Amway did years ago. Okay, since Traffic Monsoon is technically probably the biggest RevShare program out there, it's one of the oldest. It may even actually be the first. I'm not sure. It's one of the oldest and one of the biggest and one of the most used and among users one of the most reputable. Well, they're breaking ground right now because of being sued by the SEC. And once the SEC, okay, this is what I predict happening. Once they work together, the SEC understands, okay, this is what the business model is, this is what's happening, and they look at all the different things that Traffic Monsoon is doing, and when they work together to develop consistent, regulations as far as the RevShare industry goes, that's going to take the RevShare industry to another level. Okay, the same as when Amway first started back, I think it was in the 50s, and the federal government was suing Amway, saying that Amway was a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme and all this kind of stuff. And then what happened was they worked after a while, after Amway won the lawsuit, then they worked together to form a lot of the regulations that we have in the network marketing industry today were all due to the fact that Amway was sued by the federal government. Okay? So now that Traffic Monsoon is being sued by the government, which the SEC represents the federal government, once all that works out, then we'll have regulations. As long as things work out the way I believe they're going to work out, as long as things work out to where Traffic Monsoon can stay in business, what I think is going to happen is the SEC and Traffic Monsoon are going to work out regulations for the RevShare industry, so we can still have this small part of the internet marketing world, of the online business world, to where people can actually still use RevShare programs and use that also not just as a form of advertising, but as a form of earning an income from home. Okay, so if you want to keep up to date on what's going on with the Traffic Monsoon versus the SEC issue, you want to go over to Charles Scoville's Facebook page, and the link to that, you should be able to see it right now. I'm going to move this camera up a little bit. It's at facebook.com/charles.scoville. Okay, go ahead, and he's been really good about keeping people up to date on what's going on. In fact, one of the most recent posts here from the 29th is that he says that they've had a positive conversation with the SEC, and they're going to start working together on things to get things worked out, which is fantastic. What this means is that they're getting closer and closer to a solution to this challenge. Okay, and like I said, when things after this, things may work out the same way they did with Amway and when Amway was being sued by the federal government. Okay, that issue created regulations for the network marketing industry that we all follow today. This could, in fact, this Traffic Monsoon versus the SEC, this could actually, in fact, create regulations for the RevShare industry, making RevShare completely, it is an above board legal business model. It's just not understood by a lot of people. So once the regulations are created, if that's what's going to happen, it's going to be more accepted business model. Because I know a lot of people in the internet marketing world, network marketing world, kind of turn the nose up at RevShare programs. They kind of frown at them or turn them, or kind of scoff at them. And it's fine. You just have to do your own diligence on anything you do. Doesn't matter what company or what business model it is. So, guys, with that, this is Kurt Tasche. Thanks for watching. I hope this is kind of giving you a little bit of more up-to-date, more enlightenment on what's going on with the Traffic Monsoon versus the SEC issue. A lot of it here that you've heard is in my own personal opinion. None of this that I've been saying is actually the opinions or wordings or anything else of Traffic Monsoon or Charles Scoble themselves. A lot of it, I paraphrase a lot of things. So if you want to really know what's going on, again, head over to trafficmonsoon.com and look up what's going on. They should have things posted there as well. And again, to keep up to date on things on a regular basis, go to Charles Scoble's fan page on Facebook. And he's been really good about keeping people updated on things that are going on. So, guys, this is Kurt Tasche. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.